Alright, quick little look at one of our newest designs called Knee Deep. Just wanted to do this short little walkthrough just to point out a couple little things that will help you get the best use out of this template design. And so the first thing that I want to point out is that for your subjects, when you drop subjects in, we'll turn our subjects on, all of the colorizing and everything for the water effect is all placed. We can see some different layers in here, so it's placed here by default so that when you grab your subjects and move them around, that effect's going to get automatically applied below that water line. So that's one less thing that you'll have to worry about. That'll get done automatically. So the next thing I wanted to point out, in templates recently, I've been leveraging the use of smart objects, particularly for text more, so that we can apply certain reflections and shadows and things. So we've done the same thing here. So we're using and leveraging smart objects to apply this shadow to the water. And so what that means, for those maybe not familiar, if you drop down, there's a couple smart object layers. One is called the main text, which is right here. And then if we drop down a couple layers, we see the main text shadow, which is here. So even though these are independently layered, they're actually tied together as the same smart object. So what that means, if we want to edit this text, if we go into our smart object by double clicking on the layer thumbnail, it's going to open up a new document window. And so from within this window, you can see we've got a few layers to apply some effects to the text, and then we have the actual text as just a text-only layer. So that means that we can edit this as straight text. Alright, so we're going to double-click on our text to edit it, and then we could put in a new name here, and then click Apply. And so one note to point out is that within this canvas that's set here, you want to keep this canvas as it is. Basically just retype your new text, and if you need to make any size changes, do that on the text itself. So in other words, go in here and change, you know, your font size or something like that if you need to do a font size change. Or if you need to do a spacing change, you could edit the text and Option or Alt and use your right or left arrow keys to make those spacing changes. It's like even if we extend that out, just for example, make all your changes to the text without changing the canvas, and then when you close this window, you're going to say yes to save the changes, and you're going to see that it's going to update not only the smart object for the text, but it's also going to update your shadow so that it gets applied to match. So that's going to be the easiest things to get the kind of the most efficiency out of this, just so you know how that goes together and how easy those changes are. And then for a couple other features, we got some fish for fun layered in here. Of course, these are kind of independently layered groups where you can turn those on, you could move them around, you can make different looks out of this. And then there's some foreground ones in here for fun too. So those would be layered in front of your subject. And of course, those could be moved around and replaced in different areas. So again, hope you guys have fun with this. More importantly, I hope you make a lot of money with your teams with this.